that y'all had just finished studying about all the different landforms in Texas, and we're going to start studying about the people and their way of life and where they're from. And so to start talking about them, first I'm going to read you a book called The Legend of the Bluebonnet. Any idea what maybe the book might be about? What might happen, the characters?
About Indians.
About Indians, okay. While I read, I'm going to have some questions up on the board. So I want you to listen. Okay, so the questions y'all need to answer after I get done reading the book. I want you to tell me what is the name of the Indian group, okay? The name of the people that she belongs to, and what is the main idea of the story. What this is an old story that the people a long time ago used to tell. Okay. Great spirits, the land is dying. Your people are dying too. And then finally, what is the main idea of the story? Who can tell me what the story was about?
It's about a little girl that she burned her dog for she can bring rain.
Right, that's right. And what was that word we said that you do when you give up something?
Sacrifice.
Jessica? Oh. Go ahead and say it, Jessica.
Sacrifice.
Yes, sacrifice. Okay, so now that we've read this story, to read in our social studies book some more about the American Indian people. So turn to page 90. Everybody turn to page 90 in their social studies books. After you get done with the lesson today, you should be able to identify 3 American Indians. Okay, so I'm going to read on page 91 because I'm going to show you how you're going to do it when you start reading. So when I was reading to you, they talked a little bit about where they moved.
Southward.
Yes, they moved southward. And so by looking at the map, where do you think they came coming south? What are some of the names that are on the map where they could have come?
Alaska.
Yes, they could have come to Alaska. So on places of migration right here, we could write Alaska and even North America. And then we talked about some of the things they did. Can somebody tell me some of the things that the people did that we read about here? Angel?
Hunt.
Yes, they hunted. So we could write they hunted.
They also grow crops.
Yes, and they also grew crops.
And build houses.
I'll use the caddos that I wrote right here. I'll use that as an example. So what I'm going to say for my script, I'm going to say something like hello, and I'm going to make myself an Indian name. So I'm going to call myself Grateful Grace. So I'm going to say hello, my name, well, I forgot what it is Grateful Grace. And then I'm going to finish by saying, will you tell me about your people? So that way I introduced it by saying what my name is. I told a little bit about my people, where they came from, where they lived, how they lived, and then I closed it by asking, so how will you tell me about your people? So that's the way I want y'all to do it. You know, and then you can say, hello, my name is Grateful Grace. My people are the Caddos. They lived in the eastern and central United States. They moved to the south to the piney woods of Texas. And the piney woods of Texas are like right in here. The Caddos were farmers and pottery makers. They lived in beehive-shaped houses. So once you finish filling out your chart, get your social studies journal and start writing a script. You know how I showed you? Let me put mine up there. I'll put mine up here. That way you can make yours kind of like mine. So Ashley can start writing a script of what she's going to tell us. She needs to write her plan of what she's going to tell us when she gets up here to tell us about her group. Carlos?
Could we do it like this? In different?
Yeah. So you still have to put way of life on that one.
Okay.
Their way of life.
How many sentences?
You need to have at least, because you're going to have one sentence telling what your name is, one sentence telling the name of your group, one sentence telling the place of origin, where they came from, another sentence telling where they moved to, where their migration, and then the last sentence about their way of life. So you really need 5 sentences.
Hello, my name is Spring Eagle. I get my name because I like the green color. My group is Mesquenero Apache. They're immigrants from Rio Grande to New Mexico. They are humans, hunters, and gatherers.
Get your social studies journal, and let's talk about the different Indian groups and where they came from, and something about their way of life. I need a volunteer. Somebody tell me the name of one Indian group. Ernesto?
Mescalero Apache.
How they live.
They were hunting and fishing for food so they can still live.
Okay, good job, everybody. So like I said, today we learned about different American Indian groups. I was real proud that y'all listened and paid attention to each other. So y'all all did a good job today. So thanks, everybody.